This is Into Beats 106.5 FM. Hello, this is Amy Botez here from PEPPED Productions. What's happening out there? Any interesting things happened to you this week? I've been working with a one-to-one coaching client on their presentation skills this week, and we've used the song Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton as a way to explore how we can create a persona, or in actor speak, a character, for ourselves when we're presenting. And we've got to the root of how they're moving, breathing, using their voice, and how their thinking can totally transform their performance. And it's really wonderful to see their performance come to life. Okay, so a little bit more about me, just in case you missed my programme last week. I'm a professional RADA-trained actress and communication coach, and I offer training and coaching to business professionals in everything from presentation skills to personal impact in meetings to confidence building to team building. Anything to do with communication and making the most of who you are, we can help you with. And we use physical, vocal and mental exercises to literally take a person from Clark Kent and make him into Superman. Now, if you wondered how the average person can use acting techniques to become the best possible version of themselves, you're in luck, because for the next 6 weeks, I'll be sharing my top tips on how to perform your life. After all, I believe that life is one long improvisation, and to nick a phrase from Shakespeare, all the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. Now, one thing my client has been grappling with this week is how to remain centred and rooted when he gets up in front of a group of people. What do I mean by centred and rooted? Well, when you're physically relaxed and open, and you have a sense of equilibrium throughout your body and a sense of gravity, you're rooting yourself, i.e., you're feeling a connection with the floor. But at the same time, you're opening up, allowing your shoulders to relax and widening rather than collapsing. And you're standing tall, so imagining that your head is balancing on a string, for example. And this posture of rooting and centering releases your breath and also evokes a feeling of well-being. So my client was struggling with feeling rooted, and we did an exercise which might be useful for you too. And so, if you have a feeling that this is something that's getting in your way when you want to speak confidently in front of people, give it a try. It's relatively simple. You stand up, you take a moment to work out where you're distributing your weight. And we often have a tendency to push forward onto our toes when we're nervous, or rock back on our heels. And this immediately pushes you off balance. So take a moment to work out what you're doing with your weight distribution. Then, starting with your right foot, pick it up and place each toe individually on the floor. Then, place the ball of the foot down, and then lastly, place the heel down and make sure you're evenly distributing your weight. Then, repeat this with your left foot. Start with your toes, then the ball of the foot, and then lastly the heel. And now stand tall for a moment. Take a breath. Can you see how you're really connecting with the floor changes the way you feel? Rooting into the floor and feeling that connection with gravity gives you a feeling of power. It usually stops you from swaying or rocking from foot to foot, and it allows you to start speaking from a place of balance and feeling centred. So the next time you have to speak in public, give it a try. Give yourself a moment to root yourself and see whether that makes a difference. You can listen back to this segment on my website, which is www.peppedproductions.co.uk. And if you have any comments or you want to share something, please don't hesitate to follow me on Twitter at WeArePepped, and you can use the hashtag WeArePepped, that's PEPPED, or check us out on Facebook, where we're listed as PEPPED Productions. This is coming from Into Beats 106.5 FM.